In a recent reflection on the meaning of Christian life in the modern world, Pope Leo XIV reminded the faithful that the Christian faith is not only believed in words, it is lived through charity, compassion, and concrete actions that respond to the needs of people today. The Holy Father emphasized that the message of the gospel remains timeless, yet it must always be lived in ways that speak to the realities of each generation. According to the Pope, the heart of the Christian faith is love. This love is not simply an idea or a feeling. It is a living commitment to care for others, especially those who are suffering, poor, or forgotten. When believers practice charity in their daily lives, they give visible witness to the presence of God's love in the world. The Holy Father explained that throughout history, the Church has always expressed faith through acts of service. From caring for the sick to helping the poor, Christians have shown that belief in Christ naturally leads to concern for the well-being of others. In this way, charity becomes the living expression of faith. However, Pope Leo XIV also stressed that charity must be attentive to the needs of the present time. Every era brings new challenges and new forms of human suffering. Because of this, the Church is called to respond with creativity, wisdom, and compassion. The mission of charity must always remain faithful to the gospel while also recognizing the changing realities of society. In today's world, many people face loneliness, economic hardship, conflict, and uncertainty about the future. The Pope encouraged Christians not to ignore these realities. Instead, they are invited to respond with generous hearts and practical help. Acts of kindness, support for those in difficulty, and the defense of human dignity are powerful ways of living the Christian faith. The Holy Father also reminded believers that charity begins in everyday relationships. Small gestures of patience, forgiveness, and understanding can transform families, workplaces, and communities. When Christians treat one another with respect and compassion, they reflect the love that Christ showed to the world. Another important point in the Pope's message is that charity must always be united with truth and faith. Christian love is not simply humanitarian action. It flows from a deep relationship with God and from the teachings of Jesus Christ. Prayer, reflection on the gospel, and participation in the life of the Church give believers the strength to continue serving others with sincerity. For Pope Leo XIV, the witness of charity is one of the most convincing ways to share the Christian message. In a world that often experiences division and tension, genuine acts of love can open hearts and inspire hope. The Pope concluded by encouraging the faithful to see charity not as an occasional activity, but as a daily way of life.